Hi artist, the first thing you need to do is get a nice outline drawing of your panda. Then you may want to take your eraser and lighten up all of the outlines. Grab your charcoal pencil, your blender, make sure it has a nice point on it. You need your very own pencil sharpener, and a mechanical pencil is best for fur, but if you need to use a regular pencil, you can just sharpen it. And we're going to go ahead and get started and focus on the eyes. But first, always start off with a really good outline drawing. You don't want that to be messed up. Okay, so zooming in on this, you'll notice that you have circles and it kind of comes down at a point. So you might want to adjust the shape of it as needed, but begin just by taking your charcoal pencil and outlining it. I want you to draw in a reflection. Draw a line straight through it, a third of the way down. Continue outlining. And then go ahead and just color in the dark area of the eye as I am demonstrating right now. You really don't need to press that hard on a charcoal pencil because it's automatically black. That makes it a little bit different from shading with a regular pencil where you'd have to press really hard. In this case, you really don't need to. You're going to leave a little bit of a white gap and then shade in the rest of it going into the nose. And on the bottom of the eye, I want you to leave a white gap as well. Just draw that in, nice and soft, and bring it all the way to that nose line. And go on the top of the eye and really outline that nice with a nice firm, darker edge. You want that to be darker, as you can see. And then we're just going to start building up around the eye to allow that eye to sink into the bear's face. And this is the area here where it's really sunken in. So you kind of want this part to be darker than the rest, even though we know it's all black fur around it. You're still trying to establish form when you're shading. So just go ahead and color that in lightly. You can stop this video and rewind if you did not understand a step. I'm obviously doing it in live time, but it doesn't mean you'll be able to keep up with me. I am intending for you to stop and really look what I did, even rewind, watch it again until you know what to do. I'm going to take another layer into the iris of the eye so that it's nice and dark. On a panda bear, you really can't see the pupil from the iris. The eyes are so dark, so you can just go ahead and shade that in really nice and dark. To do that, you can do layering. Layering is when I have one layer of black and I'm going to layer it with another top. This prevents you from breaking your pencil by pressing it too hard. It also allows you to control shading much better. As you see, this is already starting to pop out really nice in a 3D. I'm just going to very lightly take my blender and soften it just where I see fit. This step is not a requirement, it's just up to you, but I like to soften my outlines and my edges. I think it looks a little bit more realistic. If as an artist you like crisper edges, you might want to skip this step. But I'm just taking my blender and I'm very lightly, I'm not pressing really hard. I don't want to undo what I did. If you press too hard with a blender, you'll end up picking up what you laid down and then you'll remove a lot of contrast. So just keep it nice and light. So I'm just kind of blending in this area. Again, rewind the video if you think you missed a step and rewatch it as many times as you need. Some of you might be able to do it right along with me. Others of you may need to stop this video and watch it even 5 times and it's fine. Whatever works for you. You're just trying to do your personal best. And then I'm using the subtractive method. I'm taking my eraser and I'm just erasing up that highlight a little bit. You may or may not need to. Mine got a little bit too small and you really want reflections on this eye to pop out. It's one of the most important pieces of this whole entire panda is having those eyes and those reflections. So without reflections, your panda really isn't going to be as stunning as it could be. So all you need to do is erase that highlight. That's also true for humans' eyes. Okay, so you're just going to repeat those same steps on the left eye as I did on the right, and I'm just zooming up here so that you can see what they both look like. They're not quite symmetrical, but the technique is the same. A little bit more highlight on the left eye, and we will end up doing the nose shortly, but that is it for today's goal on Monday. After this, if you happen to get done with these eyes, and you've drawn these, you may go ahead and watch the video, the Lethal Crisp video I posted under today's date. That will allow you to proceed to the next step. If you would like to do homework instead and wait for my video posting for Tuesdays, where I slow it down for you and take you step by step instead, you certainly can do that. It's just important that you get this far, hopefully, today. If not, you can just continue it on Tuesday. What's important is that you remain quiet and that you stay busy and that you don't stop unless you got this far. But again, you can go ahead and continue. Just watch that Lethal Crisp video and fast forward it until you get to the nose, and you can go ahead and shade the nose with his video instead of mine. And you can wait for tomorrow for part 2 of Panda.